All right, welcome back to another edition of the Horseman Pro Football Talk podcast. I'm Brad.
And I'm Hefe.
All right, speaking of good games, this one could or it could not. Chargers at Raiders, man, who the knows, man? I mean, seriously, I can't figure either of these teams out. I thought the Raiders had no chance to beat the Seahawks. I mean, it's the 2022 Seahawks with Geno Smith at the helm, but still, I thought there was no way. But they pulled it together. They got the dub. The Chargers have had a disappointing season, but they're loaded with talent. Can they get it together? Can they scramble? What do you think?
So this one is tough to call because of what the Raiders just did, especially against the Seahawks defense that have been playing really well. Yeah. And a lot of that is because Josh Jacobs went crazy, right? Career day, 303 total yards for Josh Jacobs. Obviously capped it off in overtime with the 86-yard run, which wasn't even nationally televised because CBS wanted to play 60 minutes instead. So people could only catch it on social media, which is crazy. But I think this has a chance to be a good game because of, the Chargers have so many of their guys out on defense, which is obviously impacting them week after week. So I think this is going to be, if you're a bettor, I'd probably bet the over in this game. Probably a safe pick. They score 60 plus between the two of them. And I think they're going to light it up. And at the end of the day, it's just that the Chargers are still, I feel like we've talked about this the entire time we've done this show. The Chargers can't stop the run. They just can't stop the run. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop the run against the Raiders when it comes down to it. Joe, we just saw what Josh Jacobs did. Will he have 300 yards again? No. Like, that was the first time a running back has had 300 total yards since Adrian Peterson in 2007. So it won't be that crazy. But I could see Josh Jacobs having 200-plus yards when, rushing and receiving in this game. It wouldn't surprise me because the Chargers just can't stop running backs. They haven't for years. I don't expect them to here. And obviously, you have Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. I think they'll be able to figure it out in the end. The Chargers going to do what the Chargers do. They're going to get risky, and it's probably not going to pay off like it did at the end of the last game. You get the 2-point conversion, at the end of the game like that, once out of every 8, 9, 10, something like that. You know what I mean? So I expect the Raiders to be able to win this game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders, but with the asterisk, I mean, this is an interdivision game. These two teams, I don't know what to expect. All bets go out the window. It could be a rout either way. It could be a high-scoring game that's close. It could be overtime. It could be a 9-6 kick fest. I have no idea, but I'm taking the Raiders. They're at home.
Yeah, and I saw a stat earlier today, recording this on Monday. I saw a stat earlier today that Justin Herbert in his career, which I wouldn't have thought, Justin Herbert's 21-22 as a starter. And like the way we talk about him, obviously he's an amazing quarterback. So we talk about him that way, but to think that he has a losing record with as good as he's been is kind of crazy. It tells you how much of a team game football is. Like, Justin Herbert can't go out there and play defense. You know what I mean? So for everything you want to say about him, he's still a great quarterback. But I just thought that was kind of a wild stat.
Yeah. And, that's that conversation we've had plenty of times about quarterbacks getting the shaft and not being in the right system or playing for the right coach. Which we talked about with Tua in the Dolphins video this week, how much that coaching change has made a difference. And I hope the Chargers either get it turned around or they bring in another coach that can help develop this kid because he's got a championship arm. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be in contention for rings in the end, year in and year out.
Absolutely. And I would love to know what you think about this game, what you think is going to happen, who you think is going to win. You let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video.